statistics says that 43,000 people were employed as professional singer-musicians in May of 2010. The top 10% of income workers made $60 or more an hour in May 2010, and half of all the workers in this occupation earned $12 to $39 an hour. So I think it's safe to say that singing and playing music is obviously something that everyone loves across the world. And I know as me, as a child, this is something that I love to do and was really passionate about. Mixed with my love of writing, this created a door for me to have freedom in creativity and music. My desire to become a professional singer-musician and my motivation to work hard led me to get involved in many musical groups. And now I know how to do what I love most, which is write songs and add accompanying music to it. So what does this have to do with you? Well, if you've ever sensed a song or something kind of churning inside, but you didn't really know how to put it on paper, and a lot of people have this passion, obviously, then this is going to be for you. So, we're just going to go over 3 things. It's important that you become acquainted with some basic terms, and that you learn how to write lyrics, and then acquire the skill of adding music to your lyrics. So my goal at the end of this time is that you'll just learn some basic terms, understand the concept of writing lyrics, and get some background for adding music to lyrics. So without further ado, let's begin. First, it is important that you become acquainted with some basic terminology. So the title of a song is usually the first thing you create in a song, and that's the basis and theme for the entire song. So you really have to choose it wisely, because it's also the first thing that people see and it catches their attention. The lyrics are simply just the words of the song that tells the story that you wrote. The melody is the main tune of the song. It's what everyone sings, usually the part that everybody knows. Chords is what creates a melody. A chord is usually 3 or more musical tones sounded at the same time, and chords are really beneficial because they set the mood and the emotion for your song, so it's important that you choose those wisely. Verses, all of your verses have the same melody, but they're going to have different lyrics in them. And this is really where your story is told about the situation, the people, the emotions, the things that are going on. The chorus, this part is really important because it's repeated several times throughout your song. It maintains the same lyrics and the same melody every time unless you want to change it. And the chorus really sums up the song and can even include the actual title of the song in it. And then the bridge, this has an entirely different melody, lyrics, and chords than the rest of the song, and it breaks up the repetition of like the verse and the chorus, so it's either faster or slower and some way different. Then there's an interlude, instrumental, or transition, and this is basically just a time of music without words, and it allows for any builds or breakdowns during the song, and carries the song along to its next position. Now the hook is something that every songwriter has to master. It's usually a one-liner, and this is really what grabs the attention of the people. It might be something like a little frill or whatever, but it's what you remember and why you re-listen to some of those songs you love. And usually when a song gets stuck in your head, it's the hook that gets stuck in your head. And then song structure, this is simply, most songs out there, they go through in a certain order. It's verse, chorus, bridge, and then back into the chorus. So now that I've explained some basic terms, let's move on to the actual lyrics. Second, you must learn how to manage the process of writing actual lyrics. Step 1 is simply just start writing. So make some goals for yourself. It can be simple, write a song or 2 a week or whatever, and commit to those goals, and that will give you a good head start. Also, always be ready for inspiration. So it comes at random times. Have pen and paper with you. You can jot down some lyrics that popped in your head, or voice recorder. You can record a melody, or if you don't have that, you can even call your phone and leave yourself a voicemail singing like the part that you just thought of. And it's really important when writing lyrics to make it personal. Keep it about things you've been through, you're passionate about, people you know, events in your life, and that will help you to avoid cliches of songs that have already been written about. And it's also beneficial if you pick one of your favorite songs and keep all the music the same, but take away all the lyrics and write your own lyrics to it just as practice. That'll help you to add lyrics to music that's already been created for you. So now that you know basic terms and the procedure for writing lyrics, we're going to talk about how to add music to your lyrics. So third, you need to acquire the skill, it is a skill, of adding music to your lyrics. I would suggest learning simple music theory. So in any key, if you can learn the 1, 4, 5, and even the 6 minor chord, but basically the 1, 4, 5, you can really write any song with just 3 chords. So if you can get that down, you're at a good start. Also, music gives lyrics emotion, so if your lyrics are talking about sad things or happy things, your music should mimic that, and you'll learn more about that as you learn those chords I was talking about earlier. Also, the way you can practice is take a popular song like I was talking about before, but this time, keep all the lyrics and change all the music. Write your own music to it, and that will give you practice to create the melody instead of the lyrics. And if you're serious about a music career, I suggest highly to learn an instrument like a piano or guitar that really will aid in your writing and your singing ability. And something that I've done before is I just open my word and pick a passage, like maybe in Psalms, and instead of reading what you see, just sing it out. So I know that sounds funny, but just pick a melody and start singing it. So now, in conclusion, that you know about basic songwriting terminology, the process for writing lyrics, and how to acquire the skill to add music to lyrics, I want to challenge you to take time to go home and create your own masterpiece. Remember that the key to success is believing in yourself, so just start writing and keep moving forward in the art of music. Thank you for your time. Yeah!